Okay, so let's talk about accepting payments in your business and the things that you need. First of all, you need payment processors. You're probably familiar with PayPal. If you don't use PayPal, you've at least heard of PayPal. You may or may not have heard of Stripe. These are the two payment processors that I recommend that you use. And I use both of them, and they each have their own reason why I use them. So I'll get into that in a second. And the beauty of these is that you don't pay them anything unless you're making money. So it's not an expense that you're paying monthly, whether or not you're bringing in money. They only get paid when you make money, and they take a tiny fee out of the amount that you're getting paid. So if you get paid $100, they might take $4 out of that, and you see $96 of that. I don't know exactly. It's a flat rate fee, like a 30 cent or something like that, plus a percentage. So if you bring in $1,000, the fee is going to be larger because of that percentage. But the percentage doesn't change. So basically, you don't bring in any money, you don't pay them any money. You bring in money, that's when they get their little cut of whatever you're bringing in for processing that transaction for you. Now, the reason I use both of them is because, PayPal is great. And PayPal, you can use your credit or debit card to make payment, or you can log into your PayPal account and use your linked up stuff that's in there, or if you have money in your PayPal account, use that for purchases. The thing I like about PayPal and having that as an option for people to use to pay is that it makes life really easy for lazy people. And you want to make buying from you the easiest experience that you can. Um, and so if I'm going to make a purchase and it says pay with PayPal, and I'm like, I really don't want to get up and go get my wallet to get my debit or credit card out, I can just log in to my PayPal account on the computer without ever getting up or moving and get that payment processed and get what I was purchasing. Um, but on the flip side, people who don't have PayPal accounts aren't really familiar with PayPal, don't understand it. It could be a deterrent. If they think the only way to pay you is through PayPal, they might be like, oh, I don't have an account, or I don't use PayPal, or whatever, and not realize they could still utilize it. And so in the interest of making purchasing from you as easy and as painless as possible, Stripe is a great tool. And so Stripe it's the same thing. It's a payment processor, but it's invisible, basically. It's working and doing its thing behind the scenes. On the website, you probably checked out with Stripe many times, and it's what allows you to enter your credit card or debit card information, and it processes the payment. But it's not like pay with Stripe or anything associated with that. It's just this behind the scenes processor. So then, on my website, you'll see make your payment with PayPal or enter your credit card or debit card number, and you have either option. And so it makes it really simple. So this money that comes into these accounts will then need to go into your bank account. You don't need to open a business bank account specifically. You can open another personal checking account. You do need a separate checking account. Whether it's business or personal, you need a separate account that is only for business use. Your debit card will only be used for business expenses. The money in that will be money that came from your business. This makes life easier. It's obviously best practice. And when it comes time to do your profit and loss spreadsheets, to do your taxes and all of that, you are completely above board and organized. And the reason I say open a regular checking account as opposed to a business one is because, one, regular checking accounts, to open them, are really easy. You can probably just go online to wherever you bank at right now and open an additional checking account for free. They have, if there's any fee associated with it, they're lower. And there's usually, very low bar for getting rid of those fees. So for instance, a lot of checking accounts might have zero fee period, or it might be if you have a certain balance in your account, or if you have a certain amount of automatic deposits coming in or whatever, it will get rid of that fee for you. I know that is the case with Bank of America. So so you're not paying a bunch of extra money for this bank account. You're just making sure you have a separate bank account. The only reason you would need to have a business bank account, is if for whatever reason you needed to do business in another name. So your business can still have a completely different name than you. So right now, this is a good example. My name is Julie. My business is Business by Design, but I can use a personal checking account. It's just a separate checking account because nobody's writing me a check to Business by Design that I then have to cash into that checking account. And with an online business, there's no reason to give people the option to mail you a check. They can pay online. And so you don't have to worry about the whole depositing a check written out in your business name into an account that's in your name. So it's not an issue. If you're a brick and mortar business and you accept checks, then you would need the ability to cash those checks. If you're not a brick and mortar business, but another instance where it might be applicable is if you only do business with your local community, or so you offer one-on-one in-person services and you want to give people the option to write you checks. If you're doing business with a business name, so if you're not like your Julie Dequilente coach, and so they write it out to Julie Dequilente. If you're like a coaching business name, where they'd be writing their checks out to that to keep everything professional, you would need a business account. But if you're doing online business, or you're doing business in your name, where your name is the business name, basically, you're good. The only reason you would need that is if somebody's gonna be writing you a handwritten check with your business name, making it out to your business name, and you need to be able to cash it. And the only way to do that is with the business banking account that's doing business in that name. I hope that makes sense. But for the majority of you, I feel it's very safe to say that is not going to be needed. So you can go online right now and open that checking account, and you're set up. I would wait and not open your PayPal or Stripe accounts for your business until you have your professional email. And that's a whole other thing, but you don't want to go open up in your personal name. You want it to be associated with your business. You want the emails that come from those things to go to your business email account. And I'm not talking about your business name at Gmail or your business name at Yahoo, but a professional business name that you will use once you have a domain for your website. And like I said, that's a whole different thing. But so go ahead and you can go ahead and open that checking account, but I would wait on the payment processors until you have your email, your professional email associated with your business set up. So then the third thing, you have the money coming from your payment processors, it gets dumped into your bank account. Bank account has incoming and outgoing money, and now you're going to keep track of all of that. So I have provided in the Build Your Business Bundle profit and loss spreadsheets with everything you need. There's a tutorial on how to use them and how to make them your own, how to use them year after year. They're set up completely for you to do input your information of all income coming into your business over the month and all expenses going out. And then they're divided up by categories. So when you do your taxes, it makes writing off your expenses super easy. And so basically what I would do, or what I do every month, is I go to PayPal. So say the month of February just wrapped up. I go to PayPal and I print out my February financial statement. I go to Stripe and pull my financial statement for the month. And then I go to my bank account and pull it. And I don't print any of this. I just download PDFs and I have them pulled up on my computer. And then I can go in and I can take the income from my PayPal and my Stripe. I don't ever actually have income going straight to my bank account. It's coming through one of my payment processors. So I'll take the income from PayPal, the income from Stripe, I'll plop that in, and that's my income for the month. And then I will go through and I will find the fees associated with PayPal and Stripe, and that's a write-off. Fees associated, if there are any with the bank account, that's a write-off. And then I will go through, a lot of times I might pay for things out of my business PayPal account as opposed to getting up, the whole lazy thing. And so there might be expenditures in there. So I'll go through and pull all the things, the debits from the PayPal account, and put them, because they're only going to be business expenses. So I'll put them in the spreadsheet where they go. And then I'll look at my bank account document that I downloaded, and I will pull all of those. And then you're done. And so you have a total of your expenses, you have a total of your income for the month, and then these profit and loss spreadsheets follow you throughout the year and keep things tallied for you. So when it comes time to do your taxes or any other kind of paperwork that you have to do for your business, it's all right there, all added up for you. It makes it really simple. So I hope you found this helpful. And the key is don't make it harder than it needs to be. Don't make it so that you're like, oh, I'm not ready to sign up for that yet. I'm not ready to do that yet. Go ahead and get started. And I encourage you to at least go in and log into your personal bank account right now and get the ball rolling and set up that checking account, so that then you can receive your debit card and you can have that all set up. And then once you get that email in place, you can set up your PayPal and Stripe accounts.